Hi guys, I'm Kira. Welcome to my channel, Bunny Kira. On this channel, we talk and do makeup, we talk and do fitness, all of those fun things. And today we're going to create a look using one of the palettes from Helaween bundle. So this palette is Trick or Treat palette. Let's open it up. And you can see it's very beautiful. It has kind of orangey green story. The combinations you can create with this palette are not infinite, but there are definitely so many combinations that you can go with. I kind of have an idea in my mind what I want to do, but also I'm not 100% sure how it's going to turn out. So without further ado, let's start. Alright, just like usual, before I start doing my makeup, I didn't do anything on my face because I don't want to waste foundation if there's going to be any fallout. This palette is quite good quality. It's good quality. What am I talking about? It's really good quality, but still, sometimes it's just the way you work. Sometimes I forget to dab the pigment a little deeper into the brush. Sometimes it's the brush. So there can be some fallout. And for that reason, I don't like doing all of my face, like putting on foundation and other things before I do my eyes. So I don't have to like take it all off afterwards and do it all over again. One thing I do is, well, I did my brows and I also apply some lip mask. So while I'm doing my eye look, my lips get hydrated and nourished. So this one is very popular, Laneige lip sleeping mask. But again, during the night, I would always eat it, so I never really apply it overnight. Don't have to be too much, but just enough to create a nice layer. So I also put on some eye primer by Kaleidos. What I'm thinking is we're going to do quite a dark look today on our upper lid. I'm going to on my upper lid I'm going to use Cauldron and Poison, so make it green. Usually I find greens very difficult to work with, so let's see how these greens work. And then on the lower lid I'm going to apply either Symmetry or Vampire Fangs. Vampire Fangs looks a little warmer and a tiny bit brighter than Symmetry. Maybe I'm going to try both just to see the difference. And then I'm going to do a cut crease. On the cut crease area, I'm going to use Magic Potion and some of the other shimmers. I'm still thinking, I really want to try Witch's Brew because I haven't tried it yet. And in the palette, it looks like it's a duochrome, so it's kind of green and blue, and I love duochrome. So let's try maybe a Magic Potion and Witch's Brew on our cut crease. All right, let's go. But first we need to apply Cauldron. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush for that, if I find one. So I'm going to go with the brush like this and dab it into Cauldron. And see, like, to prevent a lot of fallout, what you can do is kind of dab the pigment deeper into the brush, but sometimes it doesn't work that well. Okay, I can see that there's some eye primer in the creases of my eyelid. It's okay. And just spread it out again. I think maybe I can use a different brush because there is not much pigment getting on this brush. Maybe something a little less soft. All right, with something like this, let's try the same thing. Okay, now it's more like it. Still not a lot, but you know what? It's okay because we can just go carefully with this color. Dark, dirty green, which means if you screw up, you might create a lot of dirt on your eyelids, and you don't want that, obviously. And also with dark, dirty colors like this, I like them to be quite solid looking. Like, I don't want them to be transparent because these colors, when they are transparent, they look even dirtier. Something like this. I just build a form using this color. As you can see, it's very solid on the eye. There are no any patches or anything like that. At least I don't see any. And I'm coming back to this brush. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, but it's okay if there's still some of the cauldron on it. I use this kind of sponge to clean it. And I go into poison, and now I will try to blend out cauldron color a little bit. I can still see the very graphic line, even though we can just keep on working this way. The other way that I can try is grab a pencil brush and blend the cauldron out with this brush first. See, it blends a bit faster. The edges become a little softer, which I want. I want a nice gradient between these two colors. All right, that's good enough. Okay, so again, go back to this fluffy brush and poison. These two colors are so far from each other. There is no such a soft gradual gradient as I would want. Let me try with one more brush to soften the edges, but if it doesn't work, it's okay. It's not critical, like it still looks all right to me, but yeah, I would love to have a more gradual kind of gradient. I'll just leave it at this. Actually, right now it's pretty good. Yeah, right now it's pretty good. Cauldron and Poison, these two mats, they're very far from each other. This one is very bright, vibrant green, yeah, like salad green, and this one is dirty dark green. So to blend them together, I mean, you can, but it just requires a bit of time. And while I was blending, I actually took off some of the cauldron, so I reapply. Also, you know, like some people would go from light to dark. Maybe this is the way. You have to try different options. Right now, I really like the way it looks. Okay, let me do the other eye. Now, like being a little bit more experienced, maybe it will be faster. This eye went on so much easier than this one, and now I see that the form is a bit different and I like this one much better. So I'm going to just maybe fix this one a little bit. I still like this eye a bit more. I don't know if you can see, but the gradient here is much smoother. Here I have this like very graphic border and I don't really know what I can do with it. I think it's good enough. In life, it looks even better than on camera. On camera, you can see some of the patches and some overwork. Yeah, like I've been blending for too long. So now what we have is a very green frame. What I'm gonna do is do the cut crease first, and then I'm going to finish with the lower lid. Right, for the cut crease, I need a flat brush. I can go with something bigger or something smaller. I will choose along the way. I will see how it goes. And for the cut crease, I'm going to use Start Shape Tape. This concealer works the best when it comes to cut crease. And I used to have a mini version or a travel version. And this one is in Fair Neutral 12N. But I just purchased a new one. And this one is in 8B Porcelain Beige. And onto here, I'm going to apply some of the concealer, so I don't have to dab into the tube every single time because my brush is going to get dirty from the eyeshadows. Carefully cut the crease. Lately, this brush doesn't work for me. This is not the first time that I tried and I failed right away. So I'm going to go with the smaller one. All right, so this is what I want. However, it doesn't look super white. It looks gray. Let me see if I can make it a little brighter. A little more concealer. I mean, it's still quite gray, but the shimmers will look quite distinctly on it. Some people like to just cut the crease with like completely taking off the eyeshadows, but to me, I prefer this way. I don't know if you can see, yes, you probably can see that the more I apply Cauldron, the patchier it gets. Again, maybe it's me, maybe it's my hands, maybe I'm not doing it right, but I also feel like it has to stay there. Like, where are you going? Okay, I think that's good enough. As for this patchy thing, you know what? While I was doing my second eye, I was thinking that it's okay because we can always go with the shimmer, and we've got Crypt Keeper, which is a very dark green shimmer. We can just put it here to cover it up. It's okay. Everything can be fixed. It's shimmer time. So I'm now thinking that I want to start with a yellow. Or maybe I can use yellow at the end if I see that there is not enough light in the inner corner of my eye. But in the inner corner of my eye right now, I'm going to put some Magic Potion. It's a very creamy shimmer. Beautiful color. Look how bright it is. So many tiny sparkles. Look how deep of a hole I just made in it. Let's go into Witch's Brew. I'm so excited about this one. But yeah, it is a duochrome because when I look at it straight, it's just vibrant green, like grass green. When I kind of tilt it away from myself, I can see a lot of blue in it. All right, I'm gonna go into it with my finger. Wow, it's like mermaid color. No, you can't. That's the thing. Like, I can see it better in real life. The camera doesn't show. Oh, yeah. See? On the finger, it's blue. In the mirror, it's kind of green. This is like one of the best colors, and it's so creamy. Is it even like allowed to be this beautiful? I don't ever want to take off this color. I'm gonna use it in every makeup now. I cannot get enough. But now I'm thinking like the frame is too simple for this color. I mean, looks great. I'm just so happy. Okay, and yeah, there is some patchy area still, even though now I'm not even bothered by it that much after Witch's Brew. How were they able to make it so amazing? And how come? This is the first time I tried it. Crypt Keeper, last one, we'll just apply it a bit here so we don't see the folds of mine. Just a tiny bit. The one thing that I think you should know is that the texture between Magic Potion and Crypt Keeper seems very similar. The Witch's Brew is definitely very different because it's a metallic and it's very smooth and it's creamy. If you want to blend them together, you are aware and you know how to work with it. Same thing on the same eye. Same thing on the other eye. Going with the Witch's Brew all over my upper lid. A little bit of Crypt Keeper over here. Looks good. With my pencil brush, I'm just blending the borders a little bit between Magic Potion and Witch's Brew. I'm sorry, I'm mesmerized by how great the Witch's Brew looks. Is it green? It's green, but if you look in the mirror, can you see blue? Am I the only one? Well, difficult to catch, but yeah, I can see blue. I don't know if I'm the only one, if I'm just acting like a monkey for no reason whatsoever here, but hopefully you can see that too. Perfect. I love my upper eyelids, and you know what? I'm so tempted to go into the Little Ghost palette and do my lower lid with these colors maybe. Maybe go this or go blue, but I'm not gonna do that because that's not what I promised. I want to create a look using just Trick or Treat because it can work perfectly on its own, and I want to prove that. The easiest thing would be to go with Goblin because it's a very neutral dark brown. But I want to try something interesting, and maybe I'm going to create a bit of dirt on my eyes. Hopefully not. I'm gonna start with the symmetry at this spot, yeah, where lower and upper lids connect, just because I feel like they are on the same level. They both got some black in it, so they're both kind of dirty colors, and that might help not to create too much dirt. And then I'm going to go with Vampire Fangs a little closer to the inner corner of my eye. Let's try that. All right, and with Vampire Fangs, this one, I'm going to finish the lower lid. Let's see what Vampire Fangs look like, because Symmetry looked quite dim green, but not in real life. In real life, it looks quite vibrant. They're very similar. Just Vampire Fangs seems a bit deeper, so I want to put it all over. So even though Symmetry looks beautiful, but I think maybe it's the color that you can create monochrome look with, I would definitely try sometime going with the smoky eyes using primarily Symmetry and Trick or Treat, which is the shimmer that this palette is named after. I think these two, maybe a little bit of Deadly, will create a very nice smoky eye combination. Right now, I'm more into Vampire Fangs. And to smooth it out, I'm thinking what I should go with. I'll just go with Wicked. Wicked is just basically neutral cream color. Applying other colors might be a little too much. Ooh, does it look good? To me, it looks great. But here I want to put something else. Decisions. Let's try to put a little bit of Mommy's Curse, which is this beautiful, delicate shimmer, and apply it just a tiny bit over here. I feel like Mommy's Curse is going to make a beautiful transition from cold silver to burgundies. I'm even going to go a little bit onto the Vampire Fangs because it looks very beautiful when combined. Let's go just a little bit, she said. Until the middle, just a little bit. I love the outcome. I like the gradient now. I don't see any patchiness anymore. I feel like the combination is great, and here I didn't create any dirt. At least I can't see any. The colors came together really well. Maybe that's why they are next to each other in the palette. You can easily combine them. Now it's time to clean the sparkles that fell under my eyes, put on some foundation, put on falsies, do the whole face like lipstick, blush, and come back and show you the final result. Stick around. Hey, so this is the final result. I've put on everything else. I even decided to go with a little bit of freckles just because I thought they might be very suitable for this green and orange look. I actually used one of the lippies from the bundle as well. Let me remember which one. I forgot it in another room. Let me get it. So it's one of the 5 lip products that came in the bundle. Swamp Fog. It's a matte lipstick. I do agree that oranges go very well with greens. I was thinking that these shimmers are so great that maybe you don't even need a cut crease. However, I do like the graphic border over here, and I feel like with the cut crease Magic Potion, this shimmer looks even better. But all of these shimmers, they're so bright and create such a solid color on their own that they don't really need of crazy, I feel like. But this is for me to find out later, because again, I just got this palette. I haven't played with it enough yet. Also, I'm thinking that maybe next time, if I want to do something like that, I might work from the light color to the dark one instead of what I did today. The one conclusion that I made today is that in this palette so far, I have my favorite color, and that is Witch's Brew. I promise you that in other light with two maybe different sources of light, you will see that there is vibrant blue. Like right now you can see a little bit, I think. Please let me know what you think. Have you got your trick-or-treat palette, or have you got your Halloween bundle? What kind of looks did you create? Kind of combinations did you use? Which colors, which shades are your favorite? I'm going to create more looks with it for sure. This look I really like, and I'm going to take some pics with it. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.